Grappling fans in the Vixen. Grappling fans around the world. All good things do come to an end. And we are right now at our main event. The referees are ready. The timekeeper is ready. Fans in attendance, are you ready? Yeah! It's time to battle. This is your main event for the middleweight championship at JCI. Introducing first, entering the JCI stage, Michael Mutter.
In steps Michael Mutter, the black belt, out of Open Guard, Team Curran. We saw him back at JCI 1, looking sensational against David Porter. The brown belt Masters World Champion and multiple-time IBJJF Open gold medalist returns to JCI for marquee billings. With the middleweight crown on the line, it is Michael Mutter in one half of this co-main event.
His opponent, the second half of the main event, making his way to the JCI stage, Jeff Serafin.
Leading from the front is the Commander-in-Chief of Serafin BJJ, black belt Jeff Serafin. A black belt of over 15 years underneath Jack McVicker and Megaton Diaz. A humble warrior who says, I've got many accolades, but none more than producing the champions that I have. Whether we're talking about Melanie Iverson or guys like Chris Wojcik on the world stage, all underneath the tutelage of the great Jeff Serafin tonight, vying for middleweight gold.
Let's go! Grappling fans in attendance, this is your main event, and it is for the middleweight championship at the Jeff Curran Invitational. Somebody will be crowned the inaugural champion. Introducing first, the grappler standing to my right. In the black corner, he is a black belt from Open Guard Jiu-Jitsu and Team Curran. Let's go! From Watertown, Wisconsin, he is Michael Mutter. His opponent standing to my left in the red corner, also a black belt from Serafin Jiu-Jitsu. He makes his way to the JCI stage from Evanston, Illinois. He is Jeff Serafin. This is your main event. This is for the JCI strap. 10 minutes of black belt submission action.
Well, there's absolutely no question as to why Michael Mutter and Jeff Serafin get marquee billing here at JCI 2. As the middleweight title is up for grabs, tonight we find out. And it's a bit of a new school versus old school matchup, Jessica.
And Mutter wasting no time. He has Serafin on his back, and now he's trying to figure out his approach to pass the legs.
But when you're facing off a black belt with 15 plus years of being a black belt like Jeff Serafin, there are not a lot of positions you're going to put him in. I'm going to go out on a limb and say there aren't any positions you're going to put him in that he hasn't been in before.
No, and that's what makes this so intriguing and exciting, because they are aware of their game. You know, they've all been in the same circuit for so long. They're aware of the games of everybody. So it's just going to be a feeling out process. It's going to be figuring out where they're comfortable and the best path to victory.
And we talked, of course, about the long time experience of Jeff Serafin, truly a trailblazer of mixed martial arts and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in mixed martial arts, dating back to the late 90s, early 2000s, of course, kind of like our boss man, Jeff Curran. And now here he is. Ooh, he had a momentary bite on the ankle of Mutter there. And we've touched on that already, Jessica. The savvier the player, the quicker he's going to be to let go and bail on a move that isn't quite there.
I love that. Mutter bypasses the legs by wrapping up the head. That is definitely a faster way to bypass the guard.
But catching a leg by inverting was Serafin. I mean, like I said, just you're not going to get a much more well-rounded person than Jeff Serafin. So
I love that these gentlemen are taking the opportunity of the submission-only rules to just really kind of throw things out there and see what works, what doesn't, the reactions. They're getting really good reads on each other.
Yeah, no doubt. It is definitely the type of setup, especially in regulation, to just go for it, right?
Straighten that right leg, Mike.
But then again, so easy to say it from the broadcast booth, isn't it?
It is. It's a nice view. It's a nice seat. No risk.
Right? Another leg entanglement here potentially by Jeff Serafin. This time, he does seem to have a nice bite.
Boot. Put on the boot. Stand up.
And as Mutter looks to create a little bit of an extension there to push himself out of the straight ankle. He almost got into a heel hook there, but back on the straight ankle lock.
Stand up, Mike. Put weight on it.
Oh, switching to the heel hook. Black belt referee Mark Vivas restarting the action in the center of the mat. I find myself, much like everybody else in attendance, on the edge of my seat, Jessica, because this is one of those matchups you feel like at any given moment something could pop off.
You can attack too, Mike. You can attack too. You have to give a threat. Threaten back. There you go.
Mutter momentarily threatening a leg lock of his own.
Don't be afraid to go for it, Mike. Don't be afraid to go for it, Mike.
I like that Mutter is now kind of trying to stuff the legs and then sit back for a leg lock of his own. But again, you run the risk of being countered, and that is obviously the game that Serafin is wanting to play.
Ooh, Serafin threatening again with a very dangerous straight ankle. You know what makes me so nervous about those, Jessica, isn't just a straight ankle, but it's the angles he takes from the bottom, which puts extra torque on everything, be it the knee, the hip, and obviously, of course, creating more extension for that clamp on the Achilles. But again, Mutter just so resilient, so calm under pressure.
Mike, get a little more aggressive on the pass. Pass a little more aggressive on the pass. There you go.
Mutter.
There you go.
Again, Mutter wants to bypass those legs, so he went for the head again. It was very smart. He went for the head, rolled over, and now he's in a top position. Serafin's trying to grab kind of a half guard
Keep the underhook
position.
on the left side. Underhook on the left side.
But we saw it at JCI 1. Mutter is incredibly dangerous if he can get a hold of that front headlock guillotine type position. Great job of regaining guard and regaining that parallel position from the bottom.
Again.
But Mutter he's chipping away. He's figuring out what worked. He figured out his path to victory, and he's going to start, I think, if I were him, trying to put more pressure, more intensity on those attempts.
Yeah, that's a great point. After kind of being on the defensive for the the opening stands, I suppose, of the round. You see him now, like you said, kind of having, that was most certainly his best moment of the match with 4.5 minutes remaining in regulation.
Bend of the knee.
If you're in Mutter's corner, you're liking what you're seeing at least.
The knee, there you go. Stacking pass. Get rid of those legs. Oh, you gotta cut it off with the knee.
Serafin just very unfazed and really sticking to the task at hand. He knows what he wants to do as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I talked about Mutter staying calm, but I don't think I've seen Jeff Serafin take a deep breath as he's just so composed, so calm, so focused.
There you go, Mike.
There you go.
Attack and then look for something else.
And that's one of those things, like you're not necessarily going to get a submission there, but it at least makes Serafin react.
Right, right. And with somebody who's so offensively minded, I mean, Serafin is great at being offensive and offensive when he's on the move and offensive even on the defense at the same time, right? Making sure that at all times you have something to worry about potentially.
Let's not make this just a
There you go. Come on, Mike.
Back to it.
How do you feel about Mutter sitting back for those leg locks, Jessica? I mean, clearly Jeff is more than happy to play the leg lock game. If you're in the corner of Mutter, do you even want to see him jumping into that pool?
I mean, he's testing the waters. I don't know that he's fully committal to it. I haven't seen him really try and engage in those kind of leg entanglements. It's more of a distraction, just like when he went to try and grab kind of like a toe hold. It's just trying to see the reaction, see what he can get from that.
You can pass, Mike. Pass. 2:30.
Fair enough.
2:30 left.
A little over 2.5 minutes remaining. 2.5 minutes, sorry, exactly remaining in regulation. Still very much anybody's match here.
Go, go, go.
A little over 2 minutes left, Jeff.
Problem is, Jeff is fucking dangerous everywhere.
The thing about Jeff Serafin is you see that every time Mutter starts to try to set up a position for a pass, Serafin goes ahead and becomes perpendicular from the bottom, giving him angles, making sure that he has a lot to worry about so that he can't employ potentially the pass that he's looking. He can't employ, the next move that he had in mind. Now, Serafin...
And I mean, you see Serafin allowed Mutter to kind of get into a more aggressive position. Almost, he's baiting him. He's playing a game with him just to see what opens up from it, because right now Mutter is playing such a cautious game.
Yeah, fair enough. Almost as if he's past the trying to take the submissions portion and trying to see maybe what Mutter will give him in these last 90 seconds. Close guard being employed right now by Jeff Serafin. We haven't seen a lot of that as he's been playing that open guard the majority of this match. And if you're Michael Mutter, obviously you want to pass, but you have to be mindful of the fact that, as you mentioned, Serafin's looking to take whatever he gives him, so if you don't mind your P's and Q's, it could very easily be a wrap. Great base there by Michael Mutter.
I like how Serafin is just constantly trying to find an opening. He's constantly trying to mess with the very sturdy base of Mutter. He's not content to just lay flat on his back. He's trying every angle.
Yeah, absolutely on the move is actually both fighters did a great job the entirety of regulation, kind of remaining active, giving their opponent something to think about. The coin flip goes to Jeff Serafin and he chooses bottom.
Fast action.
Goes to show just how comfortable he felt underneath Michael Mutter.
To the timer.
When all these attacks are going to come. Get up to our feet, buddy. There you go. Yep.
Beautiful, beautiful flower sweep.
You know, it did feel like a couple times during regulation that he was going to be going in that direction, and he uses it to set up a potential triangle here.
He was trying to get it, but Mutter was staying so heavy on that left side, he really wasn't able to get it to. But now Serafin with a triangle attempt, and this is the biggest moment of the match.
There you go.
Yeah, he did almost have the recipe of a triangle there momentarily, as it was almost one arm in and one arm out. Mutter, of course, staying resilient, making sure he's able to work his way back inside the guard. And now,
get those legs free.
Looks like he's trying to threaten a guillotine from inside the guard of Jeff Serafin. You know, you don't see that very often, but clearly it was tight because you saw Serafin. He did react.
Get after it, Mike. Get after it.
Something tells me that the grip of Mutter is pretty strong.
Strong guy.
Counter attack. Go for it.
Let's go. Nice. Good.
Jeff Serafin just does not stop moving from the bottom.
Get up. Great retention. 3 minutes left.
Jeff's
3 minutes
good,
left.
No holes, right?
He flows from position to attempt, one after the other, and it's just so seamless.
And there's never that moment where it feels like the top player, in this case Michael Mutter, is getting the jump on him. It's actually Serafin that, despite being on the bottom, is able to stay in the mix the whole time. Mutter with a beautiful straight ankle lock here.
Readjust.
Can he
adjust?
Turn the tables here in the overtime period?
But it looks like Serafin had a grip of his own. Letting the crowd know that
shaking his head, saying not so much.
All right, let's think sub-attacks here.
2.5 minutes.
2.5 to work. Let's pull the triggers. 2-minute drill.
There you go. Look out.
Here you see Serafin again becoming perpendicular from the bottom.
Nice, guys. Let's go. Pull it in. Beautiful.
Beautiful job from the bottom there, snapping on a potential triangle.
Beautiful, Jeff. Yeah.
And turning it into a beautiful pendulum sweep into mount. Momentarily was Jeff Serafin reversing it as Michael Mutter, and he's back on top. Now threatening a potential head and arm choke. Michael Mutter with hands down his biggest moment of the match. Jeff Serafin, the OG resilient, works his way out, and it's back to business from the bottom.
1:30. Come on.
For the master of sloth jiu-jitsu, Jeff Serafin.
A little over 1 minute. Let's get one more good attack here. One more good attack. Just a minute. Throw a Hail Mary.
1 minute.
Get up and pass. Get up and pass.
I know.
1 minute.
I mean, at this point, they have both had equal big moments in this overtime match.
Yeah, it really feels like it could come down to these last 60 seconds.
Pull it in. Pull it in.
Mike, I like the toe hold. Go for it.
Let's go. Right away. Right away. Hold it up.
45 seconds. Let's do it.
Good, come on.
40 seconds.
So, Jeff, let's get another one
Let's
in.
go. Yeah, one more. One more. Yeah.
Another pendulum sweep in perfect timing. You want to talk about giving the judges something to think about as overtime elapses, and another reversal. Now it's Michael Mutter back in the guard of Jeff Serafin.
20 seconds.
One more. Yeah, let's go. One more. Yeah, let's go.
Come on, pass. Let's go. Yes.
One last leg lock attempt here for Michael Mutter.
What a match.
What a match, Jessica. I mean, it is so obvious why these athletes get marquee billing tonight. technical, exciting, and non-stop from the beginning of the matchup all the way through the end of overtime.
I just love the calculated risks that they took.
Yeah, absolutely. Both of them letting it all hang out from beginning to end.
And neither one of them relenting. Nobody conceded position. It was a battle from start to finish.
Yeah, if that wasn't on display anywhere, it was in the overtime where they were just constantly back and forth. Now Mutter's on top, now Serafin's on top, and it's Mutter again. That was awesome. Now we wait for the judges to tabulate their decision. We await the final call of the night from the Polish Hammer, Chris Horodecki, who's absolutely crushed it on ring announcing duties tonight. Shout out, Chris Horodecki. Ladies and gentlemen, your official decision.
Grappling fans in attendance, let's give it up for your main event grapplers. And it was the main event for a reason. Super high level black belt action. Michael Mutter, Jeff Serafin. But the judges have arrived to a split decision. Your winner after 5 minutes of overtime action and new JCI middleweight champion, Michael Mutter!
And it's Michael Mutter getting the nod as he is your new JCI middleweight champion. A very tough matchup, a very tough bout to judge. I mean, you're always going to hear some hemming and hawing with the decision, but that was such a close matchup, Jessica.
It was.
Grappling fans in attendance, I hope you had a great time. It's been an excellent night. We're coming back. We'll be back again this year. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. JCI. Follow the Jeff Curran story. And before you guys go away, we're going to speak with our new middleweight champion. Michael, you came in and you battled against Jeff Serafin. You guys went 15 minutes. The judges gave you the nod in the third. What do you got to say first about your opponent?
Hey man, Jeff is a tough guy. I think the reason why they gave this to me is because he was mostly laying back on submissions and I was trying to push forward, I was trying to pass, I was trying to be active. So I think that's why they gave it to me, but at the same time, like I said, Jeff is a great opponent. That man is, I've been watching that man on Instagram, trying to study his game, and I became a great fan of his. His students are just blessed to be part of his gym. He's a great man. So hats off to Jeff for taking this match. I appreciate everything. I appreciate everybody out here. God bless y'all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michael. We can't wait to see you back. What can the fans in attendance? I'm a big fan of yours now. I'm sure a lot of people here are, and a lot of people are on the internet. Where can fans see you next? What's next in your career as a black belt and as the new JCI champion?
Hey, as long as Jeff keeps putting me on the stage, I'm going to keep trying to bring it. I'm going to keep trying to pass. I'm going to keep trying to get the submissions. Like I said, Jeff is a tough guy, so it's hard to get a submission on that man. But I'm going to be here. I'm going to keep working harder. I'm going to come back even stronger next time.
We can't wait to see you back. Michael Mutter!
As we take a look at the unjunked instant replay, Jessica, I mean, during regulation, I mean, it was just back and forth, so many submission attempts from both fighters. Jeff Serafin having a lot of luck with those leg entanglements, it looked like, as he was in the driver's seat for a lot of regulation. But as we know, once you go to overtime, it's about how that period is judged.
For me, though, I thought, and again, I'm not a judge, but for me, the bigger movements, the bigger moments, excuse me, came from Serafin with those amazing sweeps.
Yeah, there was definitely submission attempts on both sides. Of course, there were the sweeps. There was a triangle attempt by Jeff Serafin in overtime. Yeah, it definitely felt like it could have gone to just about anybody, but or either which way. Again, happy to be in the booth and not in the judge table. But what a night of action. I mean, from beginning to end, Jessica, I don't even know where to begin. I don't know what to highlight. We could talk about this main event, or we could just talk about some of the exciting finishes tonight.
We're going to celebrate this incredible evening. We're going to clean up. We're going to celebrate right here, right now. If you're going home, get on set. We'll see everyone back at the GCI.